night a bitch nigga shot a real nigga. But we don't make no diss records, we just deal with it. Plus I be going through a lot, I never talk about it. And they using niggas songs in court, so I can't talk about it. Rap niggas think I'm dumb, like I don't see the value. I let them think they got the ups, then get them out the way. On FaceTime, my brother telling me he shot my mama, telling me to chill, but I know he seen that nigga face. But that's enough about that part. Talking about respect, well, it's a must about that part. Playing with my money, well, then it's up about that part. Cause when it's time to play ball, don't give a fuck about that part. They know I'm that nigga when they see me. Her man crush been a hater, her little brother won't beat me. Her friend been on my dick since I was passing out CDs. Her baby daddy a mark and her boyfriend probably a weenie. 3,300 on my book bag. Left some niggas in the past, but I don't look back. Shit kinda different, I ain't the man that I was. I seen death in too many forms and I ain't never really shook that. Don't let him rock you to sleep, true colors better believe him. I know that God got me, but I be riding with my reaper. Praying with my kids and even then I got my heater. And I be stepping so hard, it's hoes in $1,000 sneakers. Take your bitch when I meet her and you ain't seen her in about 3 days. Knew I was a threat, I passed that stick like a relay. Spin it back to back, it's like a motherfucking replay. Turn your son into a bitch when I shoot, I think I'm D-Wade. Told him I'm a savage, if I want it, I'ma have it. Playing with my lettuce, cook your head like a cabbage. Tell them that I'm rich and I'm solid, that's the advantage. Bitch, bad kids, fresh little nigga, you can't stand it. Tell them big checks, yardsticks, not a root. All I smoke is ops and I don't never smoke a hookah. Looking for a blessing that's worth of Jesus and Judas. Tell them niggas game 6, my whole team full of shooters. I slide on a nigga like a motherfucking flip-flop. Pressure on your homie and I promise he a flip-flop. Talking that wiki-woo, something. I know the police listen, so I ain't really saying nothing. I know these niggas envy, they can't manage how they feel. Jealousy's for bitches, you niggas pussy for real. A nigga get the drop and he happen to shoot. First we heal up and get back. We ain't going on the shirt, I swear to God.
Now woo-de-woo, something. Know the police listen, so I ain't saying nothing. Talking now woo-de-woo, something. Nigga cock back and aim and leave you bleeding where you running. Swear to God, nigga.
What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? We're Trappers tapping in 10 in Trap News Network. We back in the same, like cook cracking the same here at 10 in Trap News Network. It's that good news you use. I get knowledgeito. You ain't finna get in nobody's collegeito. It's Friday. I am playing Madden with a 5-year-old, and right now he's beating me 7-0. Not even gonna lie. You winning, Papa?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are. How many points you got?
7.
How many I got?
0.
0. You gonna win? We're gonna see. Anyway, I will whoop him. I am the parent that lets his kids. I don't let my kids win anything. Right now, I'm letting him get some little burning. He just scored another touchdown because he's 5. But this is the first quarter. I'm gonna let him get all the first quarter to get his chili up, and then I'm finna destroy him second, third, fourth quarter with extreme prejudice. That being said, notification bell, hit all, stay tapped in for the latest and the greatest. Everything that we have going on here at 10 in Trap News Network. Good newsington, you can usington. Good knowledgeito, you ain't finna get nobody's collegeito, big dog. Tap in with that tap in to make sure you are in fact tapped in with that good tap in here at 10 in Trap News Network. And if you would like to be a part of this Trap News Network family, and you want to hang out all day and play Madden with 5-year-olds and get paid for it, hit me up on Instagram, TRAPNEWSNETWORX, Trap News Network. Get into that if you ain't got into that. We finna slide over here into these YouTube streets. It's a lot going on. We finna slide over to Munchie Bizzle Televizzle. He said that he wants to holler at Seti Nash for the situation that he had going on. We finna jump into this content without no further do's or don'ts. Let's get into, wait, hold on, you know what? Wack calls out Adam for dissing Young and Hefe in the interview. Let's get into that. Let's see what's going on. Let's go.
You're the same person. The same person who claimed that when Luce made the diss song about you, that was all a play as well.
What diss song? Who?
Luce.
Wack caught up in another lie. The same diss song that he said that he knew was all a play, and then he said that the diss song was something that he had been using against Luce this whole time because he knew Luce was an op and he was just waiting on his chance. That diss song.
But that was a play.
Oh, come on. That was when he was still in Big U's little arena.
Dummy, that was a play coming out my mouth.
That was way before you even met him.
Me saying that was a play.
What is a quit?
Look, you stupid. Me saying that was a play was totally a lie.
Wack is trying to show out for the viral way.
The play was what I was saying. I'm milking this nigga for $75,000 for a run, right?
Loose Cannon never gave you $75,000. $7,500 was what that they said they gave, and then you actually only got $2,000. So there's that.
So I gotta make it look like to the world.
Where would he have $75,000 from?
Nigga, I just got him $500,000. Nigga ain't broke.
How'd he get $500,000?
What you think you don't?
He got $500,000, but he just got a lawyer for his case like 3 weeks ago. That doesn't make sense. Wack is lying.
Motherfucker getting some money.
So you hate Loose Cannon, and he's now talking about how you were setting up the no jumper fight, but you got him $500,000, and that number just keeps getting more and more exaggerated. And then he has $500,000, but he didn't have a lawyer for the first 2.5 months that he was locked up for a federal case. That makes sense. That makes sense.
If you ever told me of a way that you were going to get me $500,000, I would probably be very
I just
excited
got him
about it.
$500,000.
I probably wouldn't have forgot about it.
It's
yeah.
a fact. Dude ain't broke. He ain't broke. He got some money.
I've never witnessed any evidence that Loose Cannon was making money from anything. Like what?
Because what? Because you don't see what he do?
No, I'm just saying. I have no idea what
Because he's never actually done anything, and we all have eyes.
kind of hustles he had going on.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
But somehow you made him $500,000 and you won't tell us how.
I mean,
Because the $500,000 doesn't exist.
so that's as a recent. That was just
As of recent, he's been in jail.
April, March.
And you won't tell us why.
Why would I?
Because, I don't know, I feel like it would really help illuminate this
Everybody's
conversation.
not them, Adam. What I'm telling you is, dude ain't broke. The nigga dropped 100 on his attorney. What you mean?
What I'm saying, he's got a nice house.
His attorney didn't cost $100,000. He's lying. Why did he tell these stupid lies? Loose Cannon's lawyer didn't cost $100,000. He's lying. He's lying. Loose Cannon has a $30,000 lawyer. Loose Cannon has that they're making payments to. I know this for a fact. This is not what I think. This is what I know. He has a $30,000 lawyer that they're making payments to.
Big, you ain't got an attorney. You do.
He must be spending money on Charlize Mills. I don't know.
I mean, what you mean? Like,
You don't seem broke. Moving around, driving from LA to Vegas over and over and over every week to do
I mean, we all
podcasts.
do that. That's just like going to the liquor store.
Well, it's still expensive habit.
We don't give a fuck about that.
Okay. Anyway.
So the next
Yeah,
Adam and Wack, you gonna have Brandon sitting up here with you.
Well, I would love
Y'all
to,
can
but
hash that out.
unfortunately, my
Right.
co-host is running scared.
It's not about running scared. It's like, I know when listen, if I know that you up to something and like you really trying to use a motherfucker for your own personal gain, I'm not gonna fuck with you. The people I like to fuck with, I just organically fuck with them.
Is he really up to something, or is he up here adapting to the
That nigga-
content that he believes what goes on up here?
But I don't see, you gotta remember,
Brandon's definitely not up to something. Brandon's adapting to the content that goes on at No Jumper. And if you go up to No Jumper and you don't adapt to the content that goes around, you will be made a fool of. Period, point blank.
I don't do this news shit, whatever they do. I don't know. I do one
Yes, you do. You go on Clubhouse every day and gossip. That's exactly what they do.
show a week, we do our shit. I don't know what them niggas be in there doing and screaming about. Half of them be high, zonked out their mind and shit.
That's just
Loose don't, what's the nigga, Lush? He don't know what the he be here one
Lush
minute.
Cannon.
So I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what them niggas got going on.
See,
Right?
with
I
Brandon-
believe Brandon's a great addition because he's the only one like him. Right? He's the articulate one. I don't really know if he can fit in with them dudes. I think he felt like he dumbing himself down in there with them dudes.
I mean, I think
you
he's
got a
just
point with that.
He's stepping it up. He's
you got a point with
introducing
that.
a new element. I think he realizes that he can have value on something like the news because of the fact that he obviously has a different skill set than everybody else.
But are they going to allow him to show his skill set?
I mean, it seems like it. Seems like, Lush was eager to debate him.
When you say they, who you talking about?
All
The
the other
little
hosts,
dudes they in there with.
I mean,
but they-
Flacco's the
niggas
one who
in there
brought him
high.
around.
I don't think it's the dudes that's the problem. I think it's the
content?
audience.
Flacco brought him around.
yeah.
Lush loves seemingly to argue with him on camera. I mean, I like him, obviously. I brought him on camera over and over. Aunt Hefe seems like he's fine with him. Munchie's
Everybody's cool with Brandon. Nobody not likes Brandon. The only person intimidated by Brandon is Wack, and that's because Wack is afraid of Brandon.
seems like he's fine with him.
See, I don't know who's on this, so let me get it right. So Anne Hefe is on the news?
No, he's just been on the No Jumper show for the last few weeks.
Yeah, I seen some weird shit you said about me to him.
Like what?
Something about, you did
Oh,
some
yeah,
hater
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
You did some bitch shit.
No,
You
I'm
did.
saying that you didn't let him talk.
No, yeah, check this out. First of all,
You didn't let him talk. You spoke all over
I
him.
think you was a little mad that I brought him up here first.
No.
I didn't know you was trying to get him. You was trying to get him prior to, I didn't know it.
He's a
They
local.
told me.
That's fine.
No, they told me you had been trying to get a hold of him. You couldn't, right? I know.
How could I not have? I literally had not asked him to do a podcast yet.
No, you had told me, they told me you wanted him up here. I got him up here because him and 600 run together.
I have no,
Right.
I have
But what
no
I'm saying
feeling of
is-
exclusivity
But
over
what
him.
I'm saying is this. We had our conversation, right? Motherfucker, you don't tell me how to dictate how I'm running my table. If I want to talk, I'm going to talk.
I shared with
I don't
Ant
do what
my
you do.
feeling.
First of all, it's not your table, it's Adam's table. You own nothing over there. You're a guest. So the fact that you can even say, like, oh, how I run my table, you don't have a table over there, bro. At all. You're sitting on Adam's chair at Adam's table in Adam's building like a good boy.
That you were over talking him and not letting him talk.
I wasn't over talking. Let me tell you why I wasn't over talking him. Because he had a whole lot to say about a nigga he didn't know. So I'm on your ass. So either you keep up, nigga, and talk back, or you don't. You had a whole lot to say about Wack clout chasing.
He was slandering
Any
Monster
nigga, look,
Kody.
this is why I can respect him. I ain't never
He was
said anything.
slandering Monster Kody, talking about him being a crackhead. And you didn't really even give Ant a chance to defend him.
Slow down. Pa Rule, was that a lie?
Well, I mean, apparently not, but...
Because you talking.
So now Wack is, again, disrespecting the 83GANGSTER, Monster Kody. I'm not, like, there is, honestly, I'm not with the whole concept of, oh, well, yeah, he is that. So, I mean, technically, no, you ain't finna talk bad about none of my big homies. And calling any of my big homies a smoker or crackhead is disrespectful. I don't give a fuck what happened a nigga got. You not finna address it. You not finna bring that up. That's gonna be a conversation that we'll have and only should be had amongst our community, and that's that. But anybody who's gonna use it as any type of talking piece, talking point, it don't matter what your intentions are, it don't matter what you think, you're wrong and you're disrespecting. And Wack is hiding his disrespect for Monster Kody and the 83GANGSTERs behind, well, it's the truth. Well, how come I'm not? Well, the truth can be considered disrespect. You know a truth they never talk about? Your son. You never talk about your son's truth because you consider that disrespect. So if you want to talk about the truth is, Wack, you know your son be riding the rainbow, the Skittle Rainbow, and he loves it. And apparently, bro, got a tape out riding the Skittle Rainbow, according to young King Pill and all that. But you don't want to talk about it because it's considered disrespect. As I can understand why you would consider that disrespect. So when it comes to Monster Kody, why does the same table of respect not land? No, bro, you're disrespecting the 83GANGSTERs, you're disrespecting Monster Kody, and we not finna act like you didn't. You feel me? You overspoke Young and Hefe, so he couldn't get his point out and defend his homie and defend his neighborhood. He was being respectful to the space that he was in, as he should be, and you took advantage of that, and you disrespected him, and you disrespected his community, and you disrespected one of the reputable members from his community, bro. That's what happened.
About a slander is based upon a what?
A slander is not based upon a lie. A slander is based off the way you use the information. So that's actually what slander is. Slander is based off the way you use the information. That's what actually coincides with a case of slander. How you use the information. That's actually what that is. So you can't sit here and say, oh, because no, it's not a lie, it's not a lie. No, it's the way you use the situation, the way you use the information, the way you go about distributing the information can all fall under slander. So let's not play in semantics and let's not play in BS.
A lie.
So what the f*** you talking about?
Okay, but just because he smoked
It's a
crack
whole
at
lot
one point in his life does not mean that he is a crackhead and that's the end, open
did
and
what?
shut
Wait,
of his life.
He did what?
Smoked crack.
At one point in his life?
Sure.
You want to open up this can of worms with me?
Sure.
Because there's a whole lot I didn't say.
Okay.
Where they find him at?
I don't know. Where?
Here, do your math before you go to running
He
your mouth.
died.
So now you're disrespecting, calling him a crackhead, and you're disrespecting the legacy of Monster Kody, and you're disrespecting the 83GANGSTERs, and you calling a big homie a junkie. That's what you're doing, bro. We're not gonna pretend like you're not. No, you're disrespecting that man. You're disrespecting that man's legacy. Now you're trying to imply that he died in a crack house like a run-of-the-mill smoker. That's what what you're saying, Wack 100.
From drugs?
Where they find him at?
I just thought it would have been
Where they
nice
find
that
him at?
as long as you were
but to go
smearing
in and
the
highlight
name
all that, don't-
of
you ain't
him,
gonna-
You don't want
that it would have been
look.
nice if you gave him a little
It's
bit
a
of room to
whole
speak.
lot. Hey, nigga, I'm a G nigga. It's a whole lot.
And
And
it's crazy that he doesn't speak about because his mom's a smoker. His mom and his dad, and his mother was pushing the shopping cart as a smoker. So I'm not even sure why he's even going so hard on this.
no, I didn't say out of respect to him.
Ooh, okay.
A whole lot of shit.
Did you just volunteer that info, or that was like in the midst of?
No, it was in the midst of a
It
conversation.
wasn't in the midst of a conversation. You volunteered that information.
Gillian Wallow.
That was like the one thing that Ant wanted to kind of press Wack about during that.
Wack made sure that couldn't get off. Wack made 100% sure that could not get off. He stayed away from that. And he talked his way in circles, so Young and Hefe can never really talk about that issue.
Episode was.
Listen,
I
let's
don't
not use the
appreciate how
word
you
press.
spoke about
He
Monster
wanted to have the
Kody.
conversation.
Not
And in the
impressed, but he wanted to have the conversation.
Guess what Ant said? I told him, I said, Ant, listen, Gillian Wallow said that Monster Kody
Now you snitching on Gillian Waller.
was that guy when it came to cripping over all of them, right? I said, look, he wrote a book that turned you niggas out. It was a weird turnout because y'all used the book to turn bloods. I don't know how it came to y'all's 9-Trey gangster bloods. That's y'all weird thing. That's y'all thing.
talking about the
Everything
East Coast?
Trey out here is cripping. right? This is real shit. So I don't know how they did that, but they tell me the book turned him out. I told him, listen, I can't get after him because he never transitioned. You get what I'm saying? He never transitioned. I said, now, Big U.
But this was the context of you saying that Big U did transition,
He did.
which you're kind of eating those words right now,
I'm not.
right?
No, I'm not.
Big U, the one with an active
I'm not.
murder
I'm gonna
case?
tell you why. If you look
Federal
at, if
RICO.
you look at Big U's RICO, every nigga in the RICO is a what? They're a Crip, right? Right? So this is what I'm learning. When Big U was around us with us, it was a table of business. Period. It seemed to me like when he did whatever he did right with the people he felt he could trust, and he did it with his own people. So the Big U, I don't know that Big U in that RICO. I don't know him. The Big U I know, it was all business, because we was building him as a businessman, and he transitioned, right?
But then you were saying that there are so many interviews of you like praising Big U. There's a whole interview where you said that he's like the biggest Crip ever and all that kind of stuff. What are you talking about, bro?
Right, the nigga was doing this, he was doing that, he was doing this, he was did the football league, he did that with Snoop, he's part of the Snoop league, he was doing the backpack giveaways, the graffiti removal, the fucking continuation schools, and we plugging him with the industry shit. We helped him get to deal with Nip. We did all that.
But what are the terms
He had to deal with Nipsey Hussle well before you got around.
that you were comparing Monster Kody to Big U
Monster
on? Who was the biggest
Monster
gangster?
Kody's, no. Who transitioned being, nigga, if your ass and did this banging on the street, went to the penitentiary, did your time, and then got back out and went back to gang banging, and you 20, 30, 40, 50 years old and ain't got no business, no nothing, you just waiting to catch a fucking parole
But if
violation.
the question is who did the better transition, then why are you bringing up him smoking crack? If anything, that proves that he was able to come up from something even worse. Big U never had to kick that.
Boom. Boom.
Are you all right?
What?
You can't compare dude.
No, you don't like what he's pointing out, the fact that you're disrespecting Monster Kody and the 83GANGSTER and you keep calling this man a crackhead.
That went and did all these years. Big U created, respectfully, his company in prison.
With that all being said, man, red dots to the left, y'all know the rest. I would imagine that the 83GANGSTERs feel the same way that we would feel about Nipsey Hussle on the Crenshaw District side when it comes, would 83GANGSTER feel the same way about Monster Kody as Nipsey Hussle was felt about on the Crenshaw District side as far as talking about that man in death? There's no reason to bring up Monster Kody if you're not going to talk about the positive things that he done. He wrote children's books. He was a huge community activist. He gave his life to Allah. He did a whole bunch of things that made that man great. He did a bunch of things that made that man great. Yeah, he had some shortcomings, but a lot of people did. But that's not in my opinion, that's not what's to be highlighted. What's to be highlighted is the children's books, is the books that he wrote, the community activism, and all that kind of stuff. Monster Kody did a lot of positive things after taking his way outside of being gang members, or being a gang member and you know, being destructive to his community. He found some redemption, bro. Come on, I don't really like this, bro. And it's, a lot of people will tell me, oh, bro, well, you know, Monster Kody, blah, 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 this, blah, blah. Man, so what, bro? I don't care where he was from. I don't care what gang he was from. He was a South Central legend, and I respect you. And I don't think that it's cool for Wack 100 to be over here making fun of and talking down about and insinuating he a junkie and all that kind of, it's not cool, bro. It's not. And the way that he hides it and the way that he goes about it is cowardly, and it's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's direct disrespect to the 83GANGSTERs. It's direct disrespect to the legend of Monster Kody, and it shouldn't be stood for. With that being said, red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest, man. It's free Avenue Angel, so he's free. We gone.